This Juan Marshall Pro-Am Fight Talk. Here with Barnett at 12-round gym. He just got finished doing a tough workout, getting ready for his May 12th fight. How's it going today?
It's going good, man. Training camp been going good. I'm feeling great, man. Ready to get down this Saturday on the 12th.
All right, your last fight was at the convention center. This fight is at the convention center. Your last fight was against a tough guy, Damon Anton. You know, he seemed like a ring warrior in there. He kept coming no matter what you hit him with. How do you feel about that fight?
Well, that guy, he was a veteran. You know, really a survivor. You know, I wouldn't say too tough, but you know, being as though I hadn't fought in like 10 months leading up to that fight. You know, I was a little rusty. And you know, a fresh Barnett, an active Barnett would have got that dude up out of there. But you know, it's all good. You know, you're not gonna get everybody out of there.
Yeah, you're 19-2 with one draw.
Yeah.
So before the Damon Anton fight, you fought out in California.
Mm-hmm.
How long ago was that fight?
That was in May of 2011.
Oh, so okay. So you had almost like maybe close to a year layoff before.
10 months.
Yeah, 10 months. You know, with that fight right there, you know, you lost that fight. How did that fight, you know, did it make you feel like you had to work harder? Did you feel like maybe it was a setback? You know, you was like, what, you had like 18 fights under you, and you had a winning record going on.
I had 20 fights under
20
me.
fights.
Yeah, leading up to that fight, I was 18-1.
18-1.
The opponent, the guy I fought, you know, he was one of them Russian guys, undefeated Russian. I didn't know nothing about the guy, you know, and going into that fight, I also had a 10-month layoff. You know, I had a lot of distractions outside of boxing. You know, I got a release from my promoter, so I was pretty much a free agent. And it was a lot going on in my life at the time. And I was able to recognize where I went wrong, you know, after the loss. You know, so I just got back up, man, had a vision, told myself I just got to stay active, you know, get these local fights under my belt, man, and then after this, man, I'm ready to be on TV, man, where I belong, you know, amongst the elite.
So far, you know, you've been fighting here in D.C., and it seemed like a good place. D.C. fights, they've pretty much growing as far as crowd-wise and all that, and they're starting to, you know, get more recognized as far as the area fighters in this area. You know, we have, you know, Lamar and Anthony Peterson, we have Seth Mitchell, and we have Tony Thompson, you guys, and then also now we have the new up-and-coming fighters, and also you reestablishing yourself, you know, as the fighter that be one to reckon with.
Right.
So, how do you feel about fighting here in D.C. a little longer?
Oh, man, it's always a pleasure to fight at home. Like I tell everybody else, man, if I had it my way, I'd have fought all my fights at home. You know, but this home, this is where everybody gonna show you the most love, you know, your family. Everybody can't make it to those fights on the West Coast or overseas, you know, to Vegas and things like that. So, you know, I look forward to putting on a show for the hometown all the time, man. All the time, man.
Yeah. There have been talks about, you know, future huge fights coming here in September. We're not sure how concrete they are right now, but there's been talks. And hopefully you can get on one of those cards, you know, keep working hard and keep winning. You know, you can have that chance.
I mean, but you know, this boxing game is a very corrupt business, and the powers that be that's in power in this business sometimes won't allow you to get that opportunity. You know, I would love to fight. If it's a big show in D.C., I would love to fight on it. You know, but you got other guys that's controlling the tables, and you know, when you don't have a promoter, you're not committed to no one, it's hard to get on those shows.
Are you trying to look for a promoter or anything like that, trying to get with?
Right now, you know, I'm pretty much doing everything on my own. You know, Keystone, James Madavinsky, and those guys over there, they're working with me, you know, but there's no commitment, no signed contract, but, you know, we do good business together off paper.
Yeah. So who are you working with now as far as training-wise?
Andrew Council and Duke Buchanan. Those are my two trainers. Okay,
and those guys, they've been in the fight game a nice long time, so you got two guys to work with you. That's pretty good. So this guy, Robert Deluz, what you know about him?
I just know his name. Robert don't lose to lose, but he gonna lose Saturday night. You know, matter of fact, I seen him fight once or twice. I seen him fight Clarence Benson. in DC. You know, he's a really tough guy. Back then, when he fought Clarence, he had a decent record, I think. You know, but as the years went on, he just turned into a journeyman, I guess. You know, he pretty much gave all the prospects some solid rounds and just ended to survive. You know, but I never overlooked any of my opponents.
Yeah.
You know? Not right now. I'm gonna take that back. I have overlooked a couple opponents, and I paid for it. You know, I paid for it in my 2 losses, but I'm never again.
Okay. This fight coming up, May 12th, you have anything scheduled after that? Any talks of anything?
Nothing concrete, but I got a call from a guy, you know, anonymous. I'm gonna keep him anonymous, you know, and they have an opportunity for me in July.
Okay.
You know, I'm not gonna elaborate on it.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. That's what they told me to do. But
okay.
Hopefully, look forward to seeing something big from me in July. A big upset.
Okay. So May 12th, Saturday night, what can the fans expect from Ty Barnett?
They can expect a great performance. You know, I'm not going to promise the fans a knockout. You know, I did that in the past, and the fights go the distance, and people look at you, I thought you were going to knock them out. But, you know, I'm going to promise you a good performance. You know, I'm coming with my A game. You know, I'm going to do what I do best, man.
What made Ty Barnett, what made you decide that you want to actually become a fighter?
Oh, man, it's in my blood. You know, I've been around boxing my whole life. You know, my fathers, my uncles, everybody was involved in boxing. You know, back in the day, that was the thing to do, boxing. That was the end thing to do. Like rapping now is the end thing to do. Everybody boxed. So, you know, when I was little, my father always take me out, show me little combinations. You know, the times I'd be around my uncles, you know, they'd tell me and my cousins put the gloves on, we box each other. I just always had a passion for it, man. Seeing Ray Leonard's and Pernell Whitaker's and Mike Tyson's on TV. I loved it. I loved the sport, man. And that's what I wanted to do, you know.
Yeah.
Living my dream.
How old were you when you started? Actually, not started, but how old were you when you actually turned pro?
I turned pro at 22.
22 years old.
You know, that's kind of late for me.
Okay.
But due to circumstances outside of boxing, it was a setback. I had a setback, you know, going to prison and things like that, you know. But nevertheless, I'm here now.
That experience that changed you or humbled you as far as, you know, having, I guess you say, your freedom now, you know, and becoming a boxer. So how did that outside life, how can you convert that to the inside the ring, you know, as far as being a boxer and training?
Well, you know, every fighter, inner city fighter, has the same story almost. You know, coming from the streets, you know, pretty rough upbringing, you know, so I mean, that's what made me the man I am today. You know, it humbled me a whole lot, you know, going to prison and sitting down, you know, locked down 23 hours, come out 1 hour. You know, I've been through all of that, so, you know, it gave me plenty of time to sit back and look at what I was doing wrong and really ask myself what I wanted to do, you know, make that major decision, you know. So I don't regret nothing I went through. You know, I wouldn't take back nothing, you know, because that's what made Ty Barnett.
Yeah. So the Ty Barnett outside the ring right now, what you get involved in, like when you're not training?
I stay involved, you know, with the kids around here, you know, kids in my neighborhood. You know, I'm a very family-oriented dude. You know, I like to be around my family a lot. Pretty much, you know, I'm just I'm very spontaneous, man. I really don't make plans a lot. I just go with the flow, man. So a day with me, you liable to get into anything, man, you know.
So how many, you have a lot of fans coming to the game, coming to the fight on the 12th?
Yeah.
A lot of fans?
Yeah.
Okay.
You seen how it was last time when I came out, the whole ballroom went crazy, so, you know.
That's good.
They love us at home, man.
Yeah. So there you have it. On May 12th, expect the best from Ty Barnett. Another fight, working on his 23rd fight? 23rd fight. So expect a good show from Ty Barnett. There you have it with Pro Am Fight Talk with Juan Marshall.